contest here at the Pentagon. It was a 117-116 victory for the Celtics on Wednesday night. In overtime, the target score was 117, and Amari Williams finished it off for the Maine Celtics as they were able to get that final bucket to be able to come away with the victory. In that contest, Amari Williams had 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists, but he has been rewarded as the Maine Celtics will not have the services of Amari Williams. He has been signed to a standard contract to the Boston Celtics. So the Maine Celtics will have a wildly different starting lineup than what we saw on Wednesday night. Jalen Bridges, Stefan Todorovic, Aaron Scott, Max Shulga, who is on a two-way contract with the Maine Celtics and the Boston Celtics, along with Hayden Gray. So Gray, Scott, and Bridges are the three holdovers. Todorovic and Shulga, the two-way from the Boston and Maine Celtics. Todorovic came off the bench, did not score in that contest on Wednesday night. Same starters, though, for the Sioux Falls Skyforce. Same lineup: Trevor Keel, Steve Settle, Dane Danger, Gabe Madsen, and Bez Mbang. Well, we do have Danger with the 18 points, so these were the 2 5s on the court for these two teams. 26 points, 8 assists, 12 rebounds for Williams, 10 of 16 from the floor. And of course, Amari Williams had 8 points and 2 rebounds in that first half, so he was a second half stalwart for the Maine Celtics. And of course, Dane Danger with 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 3 assists, 9 of 14 from the floor. And these two teams, and with Amari Williams not here, and also not here for the Maine Celtics, is Tosan Ibwoma, who has a two-way contract with the Charlotte Hornets. And the Maine Celtics only have 8 players at their disposal tonight. Pedro Bradshaw, who did play in that game on Wednesday night, is out with injury. Keon Johnson and also Kendall Brown also unavailable. Ron Harper Jr. is not with the Maine Celtics. He's still with Boston. And since the two-way contract with Amari Williams is converted to a standard, the Maine Celtics now have John Tonje as a two-way player, but he is not available for the Maine Celtics. He's with Boston. John Tonje, if you remember, he was with the Salt Lake City Stars a few weeks ago, was here with the Stars as they played the Sioux Falls Skyforce at the Pentagon in a 2-game set. And of course, with all these changes and all these different things happening, Carter Mix, we're going to have a wildly different dynamic, at least from the outset, from what we had Wednesday.
So. It's going to be interesting to see what the different dynamic of this game is, considering all that's changed in a matter of a day.
And you see the Hometown Heroes Night jerseys. These jerseys are up for auction, and you can place your bid on the game-worn jerseys until 8:15 Central Time, so just over an hour from now. And all the proceeds will go to Operation Cares. They are going to retip, so they're going to start this again. So remember, Hometown Heroes Night, they put 12 back on the clock. They're going to redo it all. And so Dane Danger will win the tap from Aaron Scott in the jump circle. Trevor Keels will give it off to Dane Danger, who has room at the rim. And they will put 22 on the shot clock, so they will reset things over at the scorer's table. And I don't want to say it's all James, but you know, James, he's the irregular clock guy, and he's not here tonight. So they'll have to go through a little bit of adjusting and making sure that we keep that timekeeper on the proper course. Hayden Gray just getting it over midcourt. And Max Shulga in his first opportunity to play here at the Sanford Pentagon. Shulga out of Virginia Commonwealth, the Rams. shot short, and Scott able to reel it in. He's got to put it up, and it's a three. That's good, and the Maine Celtics back on top, getting on top for the first time tonight. So 3-2 is our current score. So the officiating crew, Julian McFadden, Eric Alig, and Jacob Lear. So as these three officials, they get things rolling at the scorer's table. We'll take an opportunity at this time to talk about a former member of the Sioux Falls Skyforce broadcast team. He would fill in occasionally before I came on board to do the Sioux Falls Skyforce basketball. Jeff Filling, a longtime South Dakota broadcaster and also a member of the Augustana Vikings athletics broadcasting team. He passed away of leukemia yesterday, and we want to take some time to acknowledge his impact on the broadcast of sports in South Dakota. He did tons of high school games, along with over 2,000 Augustana football and men's and women's basketball broadcasts. So we want to wish prayers of health and healing to his family as he died, many would say prematurely. And he was a gracious man and was a definite great broadcaster as well. A three for Trevor Keels to try to answer the other direction, and the rebound to the Celtics. And again, you see those Hometown Heroes jerseys. They are available for auction. If you'd like to get one of your own, you can bid on those until 8:15 this evening, and that is on the Dash Auction app, and you can place your bid there. Trevor Keels drives in, kicks out. Gabe Madsen is all alone. And the result, you can see.
Those camo uniforms might have an effect there. I didn't even see them open.
By golly, you might have something going there.
Might be a competitive advantage.
Shulga working it on the baseline. You can see a difference there with Skyforce really picking things up, trying to wear out these guards.
Just like the last game, Dan, they are picking them up at half court, making them earn every single drive, shot, etc. So,
well, and then credit to Hayden Gray getting into the paint, tying it up. Gabe Madsen, a couple of buckets, and he'll get one more at the line.
Early contributor.
See that pass from Keels. Nicely played. Late on the defense is Aaron Scott. And, of course, when you only have 8 players at your disposal, any foul becomes more magnified.
Yes, you do not want to be getting into foul trouble when you do not have an excess of players.
You kind of wonder if that kind of plays into the hands of Phil Pressey of the Maine Celtics coaching staff. Okay, how aggressive are you on, can you put yourself in position, in compromising position, especially when you're trying to press or get full court?
Yes, in the Wednesday night game, we saw Skyforce press basically the whole game, and they kind of eased up in the second half. But the Celtics started to press towards the end of the game, and I would assume that could have also have done with foul trouble. So we will see tonight if they do the same.
Shulga pulls up from 25. Nestles in the nylon.
Celtics are pressing.
Yeah, well, then you have your answer. They're not going to be afraid. They're probably may not be as aggressive. There's a 3 attempt from the corner. Steve Settle had a career-high 24 points for the Skyforce on Wednesday night. Coming in, Settle 31% from deep, but drills the corner 3. There's a 3 from Scott. Scott cannot answer, and Settle gets the rebound. It was a 27-26 first quarter in that game on Wednesday night. We'll see if we run the scoring column a little bit higher tonight. Dane Danger with a bucket. Largest lead of the night was an 8-point Skyforce lead. They're already up to a 5-point margin early against the Celtics.
I would say that Dane Danger bucket, you can already tell Amari Williams is not on the floor.
Cam Warrens, he had a 3 earlier. Misses that attempt. Cam Warrens, he is out of the University of Mary, and that's out of Bismarck. Trevor Keels makes it 15-8, and the Skyforce have opened up a 7-point lead. They have scored the last 7 points. We were tied at 8. Bridges had a good night the other night, 18 points. Shulga did not play in that Wednesday night game, and he is stripped by Bez Mbang. He's
nice
running
steal.
with Keels. Keels will drive, and he will miss. Fight for the rebound. Gabe Madsen pulls it out. And they reset the shot clock because it went back to 20 instead of 14. So they'll have to take 4 seconds off, so it's 10 on the shot clock. And Dan Bisacchio and the Sioux Falls Skyforce trying to gain a split with these two teams. Along with Nate Wilson, Ederman Mandul, Katie Bates Diop, Jared Houston. And tonight we'll have Mikey Carrillo join us at halftime. He is the video coordinator.
It's a good get from the booking.
No doubt about it. Here comes Gabe Madsen, and that one hits front iron. Hayden Gray drives in. A twisting layup for Hayden Gray.
Would not be denied there.
Trevor Keels getting early action. 7:34 left on the clock, and Keels will go to the free throw line. Team fouls mounting for the Maine Celtics.
Yep, they're already up to 2.
This will be a 1 free throw for 2 points for Trevor Keels, former Duke Blue Devil. The Sheraton Sioux Falls Hotel is proud to serve as the official host hotel for all NBA G League teams this season. After the Skyforce game, you can go to the Sheraton, enjoy the atmosphere at the Water's Edge Bar. Well, we have those substitutions, and we do get Hank Morgan to join the lineup. Former member of the Salt Lake City Stars. He was an emergency player pool call-up after the signing of Tosan Iwoma. And a reach by Dane Danger.
Foul number 42, Dane Danger, his first team foul.
So Todorovic did not get the start. He was on the listed starting lineup, so instead it was Cameron Warrens who got the start tonight. Oh, there's Morgan, who will launch a 3. A rebound to Madsen. Madsen picking up the boards early. Mbang will swing it around and try to deny Danger, but Danger will get to the rim. Left it short. Bridges with the rebound. Warrens will drive, and Gabe Madsen knocked it off of Warrens out of bounds. 7:01 remaining first quarter. Timeout on the court. Skyforce by 7 as the defense of Bez Mbang does the job.
Maine is challenging the out-of-bounds ruling on the floor. Come on, E.
Thanks, JD. Fans, we are
Well, welcome back to the Sanford Pentagon. Call on the floor stand, says Julian McFadden. That was a challenge of the out-of-bounds call. And we are doing a little bit of a dance, and we'll tell you about that in just a little bit. But for Maine, they've got to find a new rhythm with the people that they have on court. And, of course, their bench play is going to be, they have a short bench. Skyforce trying to get things inside. We'll see how Danger is able to adapt as well for tonight's contest as well. And, of course, Skyforce also need to make sure their shot selection, that they're choosy in the right way. So the Skyforce will maintain possession. And then you also have, with the officials, they have to use my headset to talk with the replay crew. So it is a very disjointed and necessary changes. So they have to use my monitor, and then they'll do a blocking foul. For any challenge or official review, I have to give up my headset.
Yes.
And Carter, my partner in crime, Carter Mix, he has to hold the monitor up because the monitor that would be at the normal place where they would watch the replays, it's not working properly.
Yeah, malfunctioning. I will say, if we have another replay, I'm going to have to get a different grip on that. I was starting to slip a little bit. I was wondering when they were going to stop talking to each other and get a call out.
Yeah, and usually they want to get that done within a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So that will affect our broadcast to some degree. It's the largest lead of the two-game series, 9 points. The Skyforce lead at 19, now 20-10. Todorovic. Bridges. Boy, there's no spin on that jump shot.
That was a good find from Shulga.
Well, Shulga is able to deal out about 7 assists per contest. And Phil Pressey, he is somewhat amused by the officials and what's going on. I think that might have been another instance with the shot clock.
Yes.
Well, Phil Pressey, he is also he's part of the lineage. He's the son of Paul Pressey, who was a former Milwaukee Buck back in the day.
Ooh,
Todorovic gets his first score here at the Sanford Pentagon.
Alley-oop early.
On the other end, Dane Danger will oblige.
Danger is already up to 9 points, and you're really starting to see that effect of not having Amari Williams on the floor.
Yeah, that's part of the keys to the game, Carter, exactly. Todorovic, another three. Rebound to Dennis Smith Jr.
Let's see if they go to Danger here.
Keel says, no, it's me.
Said, I'll take it myself.
There's Cameron Warrens. He gets it back from Shulga. He doesn't get the score, but he will get one more. He will get 1 for 2. Yeah, and in fact, for Cameron Warrens, this is not his first time in Sioux Falls, and not here at the Pentagon either, because playing for the University of Mary in Bismarck, it's a Division II institution. The Northern Sun Collegiate men's basketball tournaments played here at the Sanford Pentagon.
Bit of a welcome home party for him.
Wow, yeah, you could say that.
Somewhere close, one of the Dakotas.
He is from Antelope, California originally, but did play 3 years with the Marauders of U-Mary. Plucked out of the player pool last year. It's his second season with the Maine Celtics. Cam Warrens. Josh Christopher is checked on. Ooh, Gabe Madsen nearly lost it on his hip. And there's a score and one more. Alex Fudge, the former Florida Gator, off the find. I believe that was Trevor Keels who was the distributor in that sequence. No, it was Smith.
Well, we already have a bigger lead than we did in the last game.
First double digit. Well.
Adjustments have been made.
Well, of course, the Maine Celtics, they have to keep their adjustments going to make sure that they can stay close in this game. Warrens drives in. Shot attempt goes off, but they call the foul on Fudge. And Fudge shakes his head in acknowledgement. Nope. Warrens is back at the stripe.
Still have 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the first quarter here, and the Celtics are already up to 4 fouls.
Yeah, keep that count running. Josh Christopher will kind of turn tail. You know, Aaron Scott, he's the one with 2 fouls, so he has to watch it. Trevor Keels, puts Todorovic underneath the basket and scores it.
Keels is getting down in the paint earlier in this game.
Keels with 8 points. 9 for Danger, so a lot of paint action. From the outside, it's Hayden Gray.
Leading scorer for the Celtics with 7.
How are those points in the paint shaking out there, Carter?
Very little with 6 for the Celtics and quite a bit, 18 for the Skyforce.
A robust.
Oh!
There's 2 more. Alex Fudge.
That is something that is still, even with adjustments being made, different players being in the game, that is still a factor that is coming true in the last game and in this game, the points in the paint for the Skyforce.
Yeah, I think that margin was over 20. Skyforce plus 20 in the points in the paint. There's 2 back the other way. Cameron Warrens given some room to drive. Josh Christopher faked the pass, took the shot. Rebound to Scott. Now they want to press it. Gray stops at the block, gives it back to Scott, who is able to punch it through.
Quick steal.
And the Skyforce turn it over. Scott for 3. And Fudge will grab the rebound. Turnovers were a difficult thing for Sioux Falls on Wednesday. Christopher puts 2 back on the board again, right at the rim. A spin for Todorovic. Fast and loose in this first quarter for the Maine Celtics and the Sioux Falls Skyforce. It's a Skyforce 7-point lead on the NBA G League Network.
All right, Skyforce.
Once upon a time, there was a sad little dog that smelled funny. No one will play with me. Suddenly, the grooming fairy appeared.
You look a lot like the big friendly guy.
And the sad little dog was instantly transformed into a happy little dog that smelled better. And all the pet lovers who saw this ad on TV brought their dogs to Mini Critters for grooming, and everyone lived happily ever after.
.245 remaining first quarter as the Sioux Falls Skyforce and Maine Celtics. Well, you see Tosan Iwoma, but that's not from tonight. That was from Wednesday night. He got a 2-way contract with the Charlotte Hornets and also the Greensboro Swarm. So congratulations to Tosan Iwoma. And a standard contract for Amari Williams. So he will continue to wear the green for the Celtics as Amari Williams, after scoring 26. But of course, I think the Celtics had designs on putting Amari Williams in their employ on a consistent basis. Now for Iwoma, He had already been on a two-way previously with the New York Knicks a while ago. As Josh Christopher, that one outside the paint.
Tough shot.
Baiting to his right. But that one's in his bag, apparently.
Apparently.
Shulga, the dry on Carter. Circus shot, and it goes in.
Making him work for that one.
All right, Dennis Smith Jr., who has over 300 games of NBA experience against Hayden Gray, will drive in. The defense comes, and it's Scott who sends it out.
Magic. Hey, Scott, get in the middle. Hey, Scott, get in the middle. Drop.
Yeah, the first by Gray preventing. I think there was some searching. And then Gabe Madsen off the inbound makes it a 10-point game again. And off the quick shot, Josh Christopher will split the defense and finger roll.
That was a nice Euro step.
Skyforce with a 40-point quarter. Yeah, that's getting into some high territory against the Maine Celtics. And that does loom large for the Celtics. Ooh, as Shulga, they thought Scott was being held up. And of course, Coach Pressey wants to make sure that his thoughts are known. A drive through for Cam Carter, a kick out for Madsen, and then Hayden Gray, he will take it and put it through. So only the third turnover for Sioux Falls, as Smith gets a score and one more.
Dennis Smith Jr. from Cam Carter.
They're getting to the free throw line very effectively and is converting some and ones as well.
So for the Skyforce, that's their fifth trip to the free throw line. And again, that's not a place where the Celtics want to put the Skyforce with a shorthanded crew.
Certainly not. They're up to 5 fouls so far, and the first quarter's not even over.
So you got 2 for Gray, 2 for Scott. So 2 starters for the Celtics, who that crooked number on the board at this juncture of the game, that's tough.
Certainly not what you want.
Shulga again from that long range, and Scott is able to save it. Gives it to Todorovic, and it's a goaltend. As Alex Fudge came in pterodactyl-like to attempt to block that shot. We'll take a look at it to see. Yeah, that's glass. You can see the spin of the ball stopping.
Some flashbacks to the previous night.
Oh, yeah, you better be careful with that.
That was goaltending. The other one was basket interference, so not the same thing.
That's correct.
He got right at the
If someone comes over here to wash your mouth out with soap, we'll have to tell the story. Shulga drives, gets through.
Oh my goodness.
He scores it.
He's a wizard.
The artistry of Max Shulga, and he makes a happy little tree.
He does. That's pretty impressive.
Easel.
Both times he's done that. I mean, those are ones that's just a prayer you put up, and they've both gone in for him.
Well, whenever you get that contact, you finish.
Yeah.
That's finishing through the contact. And we noted that, Max Shulga, he is definitely one who can finish through some contact.
For most players, it would be a prayer, but for him, it seems like he's very comfortable in that action.
The heave at the buzzer will send us to the second quarter with the Sioux Falls Skyforce employing a 10-point margin over the Maine Celtics. We'll be back on the FanDuel Sports Network and NBAGLeague.com. Sioux Falls Skyforce, Maine Celtics. Back in a moment.
superpower is his fortitude. That inspires me.
This guy has overcome a lot to get to this point.
You have to watch him to know how he affects the game, how hard he works, how he's done things the right way.
That man is nothing but effort.
The fact that he's still fighting, wants to be here, that right there is perseverance in itself.
Drew Smith, how do you do?
I think it's just a little bit of mental fortitude and a little bit of a belief in yourself.
Fascinating. My readings show that this planet's teeming with life.
Captain, it seems we've landed in a pet paradise.
You mean we've discovered a planet full of adorable puppies and kitties?
Yes, this planet is full of wagging tails and gentle purrs.
Remember your orders, Red. We're here to observe, not to interfere.
Lieutenant, I think it's time that we bend the rules. Starship, beam down some treats and some toys. From grooming to pet food, the best services and products in the galaxy are at Mini Critters.
Second quarter about to begin at the Sanford Pentagon, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Maine Celtics and the Skyforce. I'm Dan Peters along with Carter Mix. And the Skyforce have a 10-point lead. Remember, Jameer Young, he was voted in as an All-Star. He will play at the next up game. He will also take part in the State Farm three-point contest at the All-Star to be held in Los Angeles 2026. All those things with Jameer Young, G League Player of the Month in January, two-way player for the Miami Heat, also a Player of the Week during that month, and two Skyforce players got Player of the Week honors during the month of January. At 26 points, 8.9 assists, 5.3 rebounds. Remember to be ready to watch Jameer Young take part on Sunday, February 15th during the G League Next Up game and the three-point contest. Well, one thing that stands out in that first quarter, we haven't seen Hassan Ward for the Maine Celtics. And when you only have 8 players, Hassan Ward, he played a lot in that game.
That is shocking.
On Wednesday night. And we'll see if there's a strategy behind it.
Yes.
But if he does not play, that is further evidence that the Maine Celtics really have an uphill climb.
Yes, and they're getting beat in the rebound battle as well. It's only 9-7, but still, those two possessions can attribute to 6 points if shot by three-pointers. So,
Danger with the double team. 7 to shoot as Cam Carter gives it off to Christopher Settle from the corner. There's no settling with Steve Settle.
I'll tell you what, they have drastically improved the three-point shooting from a night ago. They're shooting 4 from 8 from 3, solid 50% from the arc.
They get the lob down low. Scott able to guide it home. Skyforce by 11. Ooh, a misfire.
Just a bit too high.
That's putting a lot of pressure on the elevation. Scott fights among 3 Skyforce players for the rebound. He'll go to the line for the putback. Missed the putback, but he'll have a free throw, 1 for 2.
Team foul number 1 for the Celtics. At the line, 1 for 2.
Scott zeroing in. Christopher over the top. And the toss is short for Scott, but the Skyforce unable to grab the rebound. Shulga fumbled a little, but still 9 to shoot for the Celtics. Warrens will give it up, 4 to shoot. Shulga, he will step back for the 3. And that one did not touch iron. And that will be a violation. Skyforce overall, not only are they shooting well from three-point range, but they're also getting some good range from the twos.
Yes, they're shooting a insane 73% from the entire field. If you're going to shoot like that, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
Well, and check the Maine statistics. They're not doing too bad themselves.
Yeah, they're still shooting 55%, but...
Well, let's add 2 more for Dane Danger.
Back into the paint.
from Josh Christopher.
Josh Christopher with the dime. Quickly Warrens tries to test the middle. Shulga will penetrate. A little off on his attempt at the rim. Steve Settle will slam. And Coach Phil Pressey wants to talk it over with his assistants, Taj Ridley, Skylar Rimmer, Mike Malat, and Boaz Menza. As here comes Steve Settle, right in your wallet.
Welcome to Cafe Mini Critter, where we have some supreme choices for you today. May I interest you in a bowl of water or some little snacks to get started? Oh, wise choice, Monsieur.
Find the perfect selection of food for your pet at Mini Critters, for people who love their pets.
AARP, South Dakota, salute.
Just over 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter, and the Sioux Falls Skyforce have stretched it out to a 15-point lead. You compare the two teams, Skyforce at 52 points early in the second quarter. That does not bode well for the Celtics as they try to keep their opponents around 110. The Skyforce definitely on pace to get to that 118 mark. But again, you see a lot of those similar statistics between these two teams. Boston with the Maine Celtics as their farm team, the Miami Heat, and the Sioux Falls Skyforce in their partnership.
I think for the Celtics, it's a lot about just finding their own rhythm, as their entire team chemistry has been disrupted in a matter of a day. So this is the first time they're all really playing together.
Yeah, Shulga wasn't here. Gray had to be one of the leaders.
Morgan got picked
Wednesday
up off
night.
the street.
Yes. Hayden Gray.
Nice shot.
That is one thing that he was able to do consistently for the Celtics the other night. 23 points and 10 assists. And disruption. Here comes Scott. Slam for Scott. And the Maine Celtics coming off the timeout. And in the ensuing 45 seconds of action, get a couple of possessions to go their way, and they cut it to 11. Josh Christopher, high arcing shot, and the Celtics can continue this run. Warrens, Shulga, he'll set Ward in motion. Shulga gets a seam to the bucket and is able to score. 6 straight for the Celtics.
Shulga has a very unique package when he gets to the rim. It's almost impossible to block because you don't know what's coming, what way he's going to angle. Or
Steve Settle trying his rim attempt on the run, and he picks up contact. I believe that was from Bridges. No, Scott is called for the foul, and that's his third. Wow. And of course, Scott playing the role of the 5 and the stretch 4 to some degree. Bridges playing some 5.
Ward still hasn't checked in. So right now they're just playing with seven players versus Skyforce. They're playing with 9.
Yeah, 9 players have graced the court for Sioux Falls. Danger gets the offensive board and scores it. Danger leading the way with 13.
Doesn't look like they have an answer for his size on the inside now that Williams is gone.
Bridges with 3. You go with what you got.
Yeah.
And the Celtics are certainly gaming their way as Cam Carter explodes at the rim. And the pass stolen as they tried to hit Hank Morgan on the lob. And the shot attempt goes for naught. Morgan will give it back to Todorovic, who will score. And the Skyforce will call timeout with 7:52 remaining in the period. From a 15-point margin to 7. Check that, 8, as Cam Carter blasts one through on the NBA G League Network.
Fans can bid on jerseys being worn by the Skyforce tonight. Download that.
Coming to Miami, I knew, like, I've been here as a kid to the game, like I've seen this franchise and what it stands for, and I was just like, I feel like Miami always kind of had little influences throughout my life the whole way, and then it was a full circle moment.
The Skyforce and Celtics, part 2 at the Sanford Pentagon. Dan Peters along with Carter Mix. Remember, these jerseys that the Skyforce are wearing, your contributions to get a jersey will go to the Operation Cares. This is a charity designed to support family members of soldiers deployed overseas. So this is a great cause. You can scan the code or download the Dash Auction app to place your bid. Hometown Heroes Night. So you can see those camouflage themes, and this has been a standard for the Sioux Falls Skyforce throughout their team history. Having this special Hometown Heroes military appreciation, and at halftime, they have a special swearing-in ceremony for those who will enter the military. Dane Danger off the miss. They'll have a loose ball foul. It'll stay here. So the Skyforce, in partnership with the local recruiting academies, there will be Air Force, Marines, Army, Navy. So those who would, and even the Coast Guard in some instances. So they will take their oath prior to enlistment and swear to protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, at halftime.
Some courageous souls.
Well, they want to serve their country, and they will do so. Josh Christopher will go to the free throw line. He had been on the shelf for a little while. He did not play in the games in Texas. He did not play in Birmingham either. He did play in the second game in Texas. Did not play in Birmingham. Did not play in the contests out in Santa Cruz.
Wednesday night he came off the bench. Tonight he comes off the bench as well.
Only played 16 minutes on Wednesday. The Skyforce is somewhat short-handed as well during those times.
He's up to 10 minutes tonight.
Definitely a good sign for the Skyforce to get him back in rotation for Josh Christopher. Josh Christopher he still may, as Dane Danger scores. Josh Christopher does have the potential of getting into the top 10 all-time scorers in Skyforce history. But he'll have to put up a lot of points to do so. At the rim, the Celtics unable to convert, but they'll get a second chance. Shulga looking to break down Danger. Shulga gets past him and scores. And Dane Danger with the reach. Skyforce have 3 players with 2 personal fouls apiece, one of them being Mr. Danger.
Number 3, Aaron Scott.
Yep, Shulga, he has that ability, and you mentioned it earlier, Carter, that he does have a lot of different angles and different variety of of looks at the rim.
Yes, it's very hard to defend a person that you don't understand their attack strategy, if that makes any sense.
Shulga, A10 Player of the Year. Now a member of the Maine Celtics and the Boston Celtics on the two-way contract. 9-point Skyforce lead. Trevor Keels turns and fires off the catch and shoot. Fight for the rebound. It's Bez Mbangi. Had it, but couldn't contain it.
Jumps into the game for us, Dennis Smith Jr.
Getting into the middle stages of this second quarter. Danger twice tapped it, had both hands on it. Todorovic was able to knock it free, and then Mbang was unable to contain. Todorovic. Instead of the pull-up, he'll send it out. Hayden Gray again finds the way to get into the paint. Turns and fires and hits. Wow. Skyforce by 7. Danger sees the double team coming. Cuts it loose. Josh Christopher tried to give it back to Danger. A little bit too much English.
Madsen in for Josh Christopher.
Seems the Celtics have wised up to Danger on the inside being a bit of an issue and started contributing to the double now.
And of course, Danger with the size advantage over most players on the Maine Celtics roster. Ball tipped away, Gabe Madsen. He will advance and then tried to hit Fudge, but it's picked up by Mbang. Madsen will fire and hit the corner three. And he'll get some accolades from his mates on the sideline.
He's 3 of 4 from beyond the arc tonight.
And Hayden Gray unable to keep a handle on it on the sideline. Skyforce building on a 10-point lead, or at least the opportunity to do so. Lob to Fudge from Smith. Great bench contribution tonight from the Sioux Falls Skyforce.
Yes.
Hank Morgan trying to contribute on his own. Left that one just off the rim. Alex Fudge, here it comes again.
Oh. Is that a windmill?
Yes. Caught it to windmill.
He's had some highlight dunks in these last 2 games.
Hayden Gray. And on the weak side, there was a push shove as Scott was knocked off his vector, trying to get that rebound. 4:08 remaining, second quarter, as the Skyforce still have plenty of fouls. One more foul to give before the penalty applies. Yeah, Alex Fudge. Yeah.
That's my favorite, watching the bench.
There you go, excellent.
Number 8, Trevor Keels.
Got to let the understated from Josh Cohen over there on the bench.
He's always standing up.
He was listed as not available due to injury on Wednesday, but he is available tonight.
Coming back from a back injury, I believe.
Yes, sir, you are correct. Bridges from 26. Rebound, Shulga keeps it alive, is able to get it again, and with 3 players around him, he is fouled. So the Skyforce will be in the penalty for the balance of the second quarter.
Coach Pisaccio is not pleased.
Yeah, and he talked about some of those late game 50-50 balls on Wednesday night that were crucial, that allowed Maine to come back and then eventually overtake the Skyforce in that overtime victory. 7 to shoot, Bridges fires, and it's a rattler. So back to an 11-point game, and again the Celtics keeping their composure with their iron 7 tonight. 3 for Madsen. On the other end, Todorovic cannot haul in the long pass, and the officials did not see a ball that escaped on the court. That's what the Maine Celtics coaching staff was. They were adamant about stopping play to make sure that the court was safe.
They are still talking to the ref, and he told them enough. So.
So Bezem Bang will settle it and then hand it off to Smith. Again, the Skyforce looking to put together a 70-point first half. Bezem Bang with the spin. And they cutter is Fudge. And they steal by Hayden Gray. And Hayden Gray had it wiped away by Alex Fudge. And it's still up for grabs. And the Celtics will give it to Todorovic, who will score.
That was a nice lay. I didn't even see Fudge coming down.
Well, that is another block shot for Alex Fudge. And Gabe Madsen hit one on the underside of the backboard support. Skyforce turn it over for the 7th time. As the Maine Celtics look to convert the points off turnovers, currently in favor of the Celtics, 10-8. Make it not quite 12-8. So still 10-8. Alex Fudge didn't do the rim rocker. Instead, went the flip line. Still counts as 2.
Yep.
And again, the Skyforce feasting in the paint. That's 44 of their 69 in the paint. Bridges, nice body control. 69-60, under 2 minutes remaining. We'll pause a couple of beats and then send it to the corner for Keels, who will drive in and finish. Oh, and then a steal. Alex Fudge ends up on the deck. And the Skyforce will keep it. And Scott picks up his 4th personal foul, and he's going to have to sit. With 1:42 remaining in the second quarter, and again with that foul trouble, that is going to loom large for the Maine Celtics.
Yeah, you do not want to see 4 fouls before halftime.
Instead of launching the 3, might as well just drive it. Alex Fudge.
He has come to play tonight.
I'll have to keep the career numbers for Alex Fudge in mind tonight.
Certainly.
Shulga sends it out to Todorovic, the corner 3. Ooh, that hits the side, but he gets his own rebound. Warrens for 3, short. Christopher the rebound.
See if they look for Fudge here.
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah, I think so.
Now the Skyforce equal their largest lead at 15. And Warrens, he will go to the free throw line as Josh Christopher was the guilty party.
Alex Fudge's career high is 18 points, which he scored at Noblesville, or versus Noblesville on November 14th this past November. So he is at 17 right now. So one would.
Well, yeah, we'll see what's coming there.
Yeah.
Warrens breaks the run. That was 6 straight for Sioux Falls. Skyforce will take a little time and try to get a 2-for-1 going here. Christopher pauses, works his way into the lane, and puts it in. And there's a delay of game as well. Christopher with the exclamation point. Todorovic.
Penalty.
Did you see? Oh, no, that was just for the and one. I was wondering
So there was a technical.
Oh, there was. I was
Yep.
wondering if they were going to call anything on Shulga for throwing the ball at the.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Shooting the team. 1 shot. Christopher.
So Josh Christopher will shoot the technical. So there's that. And then there will be one more free throw. That was for the and one. So this could be a 4-point possession for the Skyforce.
That does not do you any favors.
I know the frustration is evident,
Yes,
certainly.
clearly.
But you still, you have to use that aggression positively.
Yes. If you give up an and one, that's part of the game, but you don't want to,
compound your mistakes. Yeah.
Get a tech on top of an and one, give them 4 points.
17-point lead. Bridges. Todorovic saves it to Smith. Josh Christopher. Boom! And the Skyforce have scored 81 points in this first half. And it's blocked out of bounds.
The way the Skyforce have played this first half, Dan, it seems that the way the last game ended has left a very bad taste in their mouth, and they are looking to wash it out tonight.
Well, we'll have to go into the record books to see if the Skyforce, with that point total in the half, that's got to be close to a record. And the buzzer sounds, and the first half has concluded. 81-62. Here comes this from Christopher. Well, coming up at halftime, we have some more of those highlights to give you. And we also have the statistical rundown, some sublime shooting in this first half. And we also have Mikey Carrillo to join us at halftime for the Skyforce perspective from the coaching closet. We'll do that for you next on the NBA G League Network. All right, we're out.
Welcome to Cafe Mini Critter, where we have some supreme choices for you today. May I interest you in a bowl of water or some little snacks to get started? Oh, wise choice, Monsieur.
Find the perfect selection of food for your pet at Mini Critters, for people who love their pets.
Fascinating. My readings show that this planet's teeming with life.
Captain, it seems we've landed in a pet paradise.
You mean we've discovered a planet full of adorable puppies and kitties?
Yes, this planet is full of wagging tails and gentle purrs.
Remember your orders, Red. We're here to observe, not to interfere.
Lieutenant, I think it's time that we bend the rules. Starship, beam down some treats and some toys.
From grooming to pet food, the best services and products in the galaxy are at Mini Critters.
Well, we return to the Sanford Pentagon. The Sioux Falls Skyforce scoring 81 in the first half. That is 3 off of their team best of 84. Sanford Health is proud to provide sports medicine coverage for the Sioux Falls Skyforce. Orthopedic pain shouldn't disrupt every part of your life. You sit out when others head out. You find yourself saying not today when you really wish you could. If you've been avoiding the activities you used to love, make a change. The expert team at Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine can guide you through a full scope of orthopedic care. We have surgical and non-surgical treatment options that manage your pain to get you back in action. Because life is better with the freedom to move. Visit sanfordhealth.org to find a provider. In moments, we will have that swearing-in ceremony for the various branches of the military. But you'll see these highlights. Max Shulga introducing himself to the Sanford Pentagon with 13 points. Hayden Gray with 13 for the Celtics. Jalen Bridges with 11. The Sioux Falls Skyforce. We got Dane Danger with 15 to lead the Skyforce starters. Alex Fudge leads all scorers with 17 off the bench. 14 for Josh Christopher in a lightning quick fashion with 5 of 7, and his action off the bench. 12 for Gabe Madsen, 10 for Trevor Keels, 8 for Steve Settle. Bez Mbang has not scored, the only Skyforce player not to score in the contest. And you see these statistics at half. For a while, the Maine was shooting 60% in that first half. The Skyforce, 73%, is definitely one of those landmarks to watch as far as a single game performance. And you also have the three-point shooting for the Skyforce, 41%, which is certainly above their average. And then the Maine Celtics, they are not shooting very well from downtown, a little bit below average. And of course, the free throw percentages, the Maine Celtics being a little bit off of their normal pace. You look at those rebounds, Maine Celtics, that's probably where they were able to at least keep pace with the Sioux Falls Skyforce during that first half. But the turnovers even, steals even. But look at those assists, 26 for the Sioux Falls Skyforce. That is a significant number, and we'll continue to keep that in line, because you get over 30 assists, and the Sioux Falls Skyforce are doing well from in that particular category. You know, you get above 45, I think, is the team record for a single game assist performance. We'll take an opportunity to take this break and take a look at some of the future members of our military on the NBA G League Network.
Just painful heart injury demon again. This guy has overcome a lot. So much respect. Right on the cusp.
Everybody knows about his journey. You can only hope that he bounces back from this.
He'll be okay. Because he is who he is.
His superpower is his fortitude. To be able to do what he's done, not only with the injuries, but secondly, we've got him so many different times, and he would just find more resolve. That inspires me, and I think he has that effect on everybody in the line.
This guy has overcome a lot to get to this point.
You have to watch him to know how he affects the game, how hard he works, how he's done things the right way.
One of the most resilient people I've ever met.
I tell him to his face, like, bro, you inspiration.
He gives you everything he has, every chance he gets.
The smile on his face every day when he comes in, like the work he put in. I know he'll be better than he was. Drew was a fighter, man. He could have quit a long time ago. The fact that he's still fighting and wants to be here, that right there is perseverance in itself.
Drew Smith is somebody that you can't help root for. Drew Smith, how do you do? You just feel good seeing him out on the floor and productive again.
I think it's just a little bit of mental fortitude and a little bit of a belief in yourself.
You gotta have something else and a different twitch to get here and stay here.
Drew Smith, your time, son.
Proving to myself that this is where I belong, and I wouldn't want to do it anywhere else.
Fascinating. My readings show that this planet's teeming with life.
Captain, it seems we've landed in a pet paradise.
You mean we've discovered a planet full of adorable puppies and kitties?
Yes.
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.
Download the Dash app.
We return to the Sanford Pentagon as the Sioux Falls Skyforce and Maine Celtics play their second of two games. I'm Dan Peters, and we're joined by Skyforce's video coordinator, Mikey Carrillo. Thanks for joining us, Mikey. And wow, you get to talk about some good things in this particular contest. What stands out to you from the first from the stats and what you saw in that first half?
I mean, we really emphasize, pitch aheads, just throwing the ball ahead whenever we have a chance in transition. So that's been Fudge at 17 points. I wonder how many of those, came transition or pitch ahead. Same thing with Josh. Even Dennis, only scored 3 points but has 8 assists. So that constant, the constant pitch ahead, constant fast pace, that's the number one thing offensively. And then 24 assists, that's insane. I don't know if that's a record or not. You tell me, but that's passing the ball, sharing the ball, pushing the pace has been out of control.
I think single game team record is 45.
Wow.
So that's certainly within reach. But that's not the goal. What would be you see those numbers during the first half. What do you want to do to, you don't want to maintain, you want to build. How do you build in that?
For sure. I think the key thing for them essentially is that they only have right now 7 players. It's keep on doing it, keep on making them tired, keep on making, forcing them to make rotations. At the end of the day, they're short on bodies, they're short on weight, on height. So keep being aggressive and keep pushing the pace in the paint too. 54 points to 38 in the paint, that's also crazy. So, doing the physicality and the fast-paced thing is really going to help us along.
Hey, Mikey, those are some good insights, and we appreciate you talking about it and giving your insight from a person who cuts down the video, and you'll see a lot of it, and you'll be able to help the coaching staff be able to break down more of how this has played out.
100%.
Mikey Carrillo, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Mikey Carrillo and the Sioux Falls Skyforce, and an 81-62 Sioux Falls Skyforce lead at the halftime. We'll bring you back in just a moment and have the opportunity to have that second half roll on the NBA G League Network.
Once upon a time, there was a sad little dog that smelled funny.
No one will play with me.
Suddenly, the grooming fairy appeared.
You look a lot like the big friendly guy.
And the sad little dog was instantly transformed into a happy little dog that smelled better. And all the pet lovers who saw this ad on TV brought their dogs to Mini Critters for grooming, and everyone lived happily ever after.
Good to see him back healthy and making a difference. Yes, he's come roaring down.
His superpower is his fortitude. That inspires me.
This guy has overcome a lot to get to this point.
You have to watch him to know how he affects the game, how hard he works, how he's done things the right way.
That man is nothing but effort.
The fact that he's still fighting, wants to be here, that right there is perseverance in itself.
Drew Smith, how do you do?
I think it's just a little bit of mental fortitude and a little bit of a belief in yourself.
We return to action shortly at the Sanford Pentagon. I'm Dan Peters, and once again joined by Carter Mix. Now look at the... Ooh, that looks like some scores from... I know Amari Williams is not here, so that was the final scoring from last time. The ones for the Skyforce, those are right. Trevor Keels with 10, Fudge 17, Danger 15, Madsen 12. So you've got Madsen in his shooting performance, 3 of 5. He has been the best of the Skyforce shooters tonight from the outside.
He's having a good night from beyond the arc as well. I think one of the craziest things is always Besman Beg not getting a lot say in the box score, but his effort and hustle on the court. Look, game starts out in the second quarter, he's already pressing. Like, his tenacity is unmatched.
At the next opportunity, we'll give you our courtside quiz. Ooh, that was a little bit of a mental hiccup as Bridges had to shoot it to prevent the shot clock violation. So again, there's that double team as the Celtics did not have a favorable matchup against Danger. Steve Settle stroking from the outside. He's got 3 of 3 from deep.
A lot of the young core players are getting their chance to shine with no two ways down, and they are shining.
Now the Skyforce do not have Myron Gardner or Jameer Young or Vladislav Golden to be in the lineup. But again, Skyforce working with the crew that they have.
Yeah, they have 6 players over the total of, or at the total of 10 points or more. So they are having a great night. Getting production from all over.
And Bridges thought he was fouled. The Skyforce will take it the other way. Madsen will feed Danger on the baseline. Danger again, they're shadowing with 2 defenders. Mbang yet to score. Trevor Keels tries it from the baseline, and that one was way long. On the other end, Todorovic. Nice through the defense. So briefly, the Skyforce held a 22-point lead. Almost 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter as Trevor Keels didn't quite get that one to run through the nylon. Warrens, fading left, baseline. And the Skyforce will try to explode the other direction. The foray into the lane by Mbang, no good. Shulga is open. Shulga hits.
With the Celtics, when you're down by this much, you cannot get frustrated with the results. You have to keep and constantly chipping away in order to have a chance at coming back.
Every play, every rebound, every minute detail becomes magnified to try to get back in this game.
Playing some good defense.
There's one of those details. Todorovic is fouled to go to the line to shoot 1 for 2. And I believe Coach Bisacchio wants to express himself with the rest of the team. Timeout on the court. Skyforce led briefly by 22, but they want to talk it over as they lead by 17 on the NBA G League Network.
Coming to Miami, I knew, like, I've been here as a kid to the game, like I've seen this franchise and what it stands for, and I was just like, I feel like Miami always kind of had little influences throughout my life the whole way, and then it was a full circle moment.
Sioux Falls Skyforce and the Maine Celtics. They're actually a bit of a Skyforce tie between these two teams. Not just with Drew Peterson, who was called up to the Celtics on a two-way contract a couple of years ago. There was an assistant coach for the Maine Red Claws years ago, who was a former Skyforce player who was that player. So go rack yourself in the Skyforce brain and see what comes out. And this player is all over Skyforce lore. So that former Skyforce player was an assistant coach with the Maine Red Claws back at the early stages of the Maine Celtics before they changed their name to the Maine Red Claws. So keep that in your mind. To the line, Hayden Gray, the Big West Defensive Player of the Year, almost beat Michigan in the NCAA tournament with the University of California San Diego Tritons. Ooh, he nearly lost it, but Dane Danger was able to put it in.
Vladislav might have been on that team.
Might have, yes, actually it was. Because that was last year.
Yeah.
Mr. Golden. On the other end, M. Bang will kick out. Steve Settle on a heater. On a straight line to the basket. So Settle will go to the free throw line for his opportunity at the stripe. Steve Settle led the Temple Owls in rebounds and blocks last season. He played Summer League with the Miami Heat and also was in the Miami Heat training camp. Settle was able to get the free throw for 2 points. Again, still third quarter. Skyforce have tailed off in their shooting. They're down to 69%.
Yeah, they look a little content on the offensive end. Definitely not on the defensive end. They're still bringing pressure. But I'd like to see them get back to their aggressive ways on offense.
Late in the shot clock, Shulga earned some contact. We'll get to the line. And Shulga will earn the foul on Danger. Danger's got 3 personals. And of course, Aaron Scott's got 4 for the Maine Celtics.
Yeah, that is not great.
A lead of 17.
Danger having 3 for the Skyforce is kind of like their biggest weapon being in jeopardy based on the production they've had in the paint.
Keels turns, fires. Short iron. Todorovic. Couple of set up dribbles, and then they'll swing it. Shulga against Madsen. Shulga. They'll give it to Bridges. Bridges will launch, and Bridges. He's up to 14 points. And a 14-point margin. The Skyforce have led ever since it was 8-8 in the first quarter.
Hayden Gray is also on double-double watch with 13 points and 8 assists for the Maine Celtics.
Settle to the side for Keels. Late in the shot clock. Gabe Madsen needs to get it up. He does and scores it. That's not cold-blooded, but it is some
glass.
Production in the paint.
Yeah. You know, their points in the paint were pretty similar for a while there, but the Skyforce have gone up to 58, and they have stayed at 40 points for the Celtics.
Trevor Keels left it short. Danger grabs the O-board. Settle drives, and they'll call the foul on Bridges as Settle ends up on the deck right in the camera angle of Mr. Thomas. So are you able to figure out the courtside quiz? Well, here's the answer. Well, you have the Skyforce player, historic Skyforce player, who ended up as an assistant coach with the Maine Red Claws. And that is Randy Livingston, former NBA player, and points, assists, steals. He's all over the record books for the Skyforce. And Randy Livingston, back when I was starting my Skyforce career, he kicked me out.
Really?
Yes, he did. Of course, it was a closed practice, and I didn't know that. And so he said, hey, man, you can't be here. And I said, okay, Randy, I got you.
Swiftly exited.
Yes, absolutely. Did not want that inglorious beginning to my Skyforce broadcast chops. And Dane Danger is accosted on the baseline.
Speaking of Dane Danger, his efficiency tonight has been pretty unreal. He's 9 for 10 with 19 points.
Plus the free throw.
Plus a free throw. 1 for 1.
Danger will take a seat. Alex Fudge, Mr. Bench tonight, will take to the court, try to build on it and get a career night, point-wise. Into the lane, Trevor Keels. Straight line drive.
With Fudge having a almost career night and Danger being that efficient, it looks like our analysis of Williams not being able to play tonight has run rampant within the paint for the Skyforce.
Yeah, you don't have that deterrent and
yes.
that big frame.
Yes.
For Williams. That's well said, Carter. So the Celtics lose it out of bounds. It's their 13th turnover. And that is compared to 8.
Yeah.
And then the points off turnovers.
16 to 8.
Yeah, the Skyforce doubling up. Trevor Keels trying to add to that number. Gabe Madsen caught in the corner. Keels, the cutter, and then they turn it right back.
And they add to their number.
Scott, and it's blown up by M. Bang. And here comes Smith, who's not the extensive leaper that Alex Fudge is, for sure.
That one was a bit ambitious, for sure.
Hayden Gray is left alone. And Hayden Gray, the Skyforce escape with the misfire.
At least Dennis Smith caught it. Wasn't a turnover.
Trevor Keels trying to find the middle, splits the defense, scoring one more.
That was nice.
And the Skyforce surge back to a 20-point advantage.
Keeps that ball tucked, splits the D, lays it up.
Yep, caught the contact from Morgan. And again, the Maine Celtics are shorthanded. Only two-way player is Max Shulga. Pedro Bradshaw injured. Iwoma called up. Amari Williams, standard contract. So the Celtics, they're just basically duct taping this game together. Quick shot for the Celtics.
I saw Fudge starting to go towards the hoop, but he pulled out.
Migrating. Fudge instead will send it to the corner. Christopher will launch from 3. And the Skyforce will have a second chance. Madsen will fire. Madsen! And the Skyforce have a hundo in the third quarter.
Dennis Smith has 11 assists. 3 points.
He's a dealer.
He is a dealer.
Ooh, they fouled the shooter off the three-point try. So Smith was the guilty party. The launcher was Jalen Bridges. So Bridges to the line and shooting a 3-point free throw. The Skyforce worked the lead to 24. But one toss can bring it back to 21.
Certainly. No, we've seen a lot of Skyforce games played here in this building this year. And Trevor Keels is usually the scorer, but tonight he has 7 assists along with his 15 points, so he's also on the double-double watch.
The 3-point free throw is good. Skyforce with Smith. Christopher tests the middle, fires it to Fudge, and it's not good. Oh, Alex Fudge. Don't leave that one on the doorstep.
Yeah.
Bridges for 3. And the rebound, Scott, in his 4 fouls. Fudge the rebound. And Fudge with a wide dribble. And the Skyforce will do a little pause. No, Keels will wrap it up. And Madsen saves it, but the Celtics will take it the other way. A corner 3, Hank Morgan. And the rebound tapped out of bounds by the Celtics. 3:23 to go, third quarter. Gabe Madsen will return to the front court. Cam Carter now will grace the court. Skyforce will have 4 bench players. The only starter is Gabe Madsen. Smith doing a tightrope on the timeline. Madsen dropped it out of bounds. He tried to reel the pass in with one hand.
In a matter of a couple minutes, the Skyforce have committed 3 turnovers.
Yeah, you don't want to get that contented, comfortable in the offensive set where you become careless.
Certainly not.
Ooh, Alex Fudge with the block. Alex Fudge, that's his second block of the night. 2:58 remaining in the quarter. Fudge. Here comes the Skyforce and the Celtics to the benches. Back in a moment. We bring you the last 2:58 of this third quarter, then a fourth quarter at the Sanford Pentagon between the Maine Celtics and Sioux Falls Skyforce. Well, you know it does get cold in South Florida. It did not too long ago. So you might as well just have yourself a heat hoodie. Yeah, that does come in handy, doesn't it, Mr. Carter?
Now that is a great pitch. Supply and demand.
$45. There's the QR code. MiamiHeatStore.com. That promo code Skyforce. That's a great price.
Yeah.
So that
find better.
So you can join the Miami Heat Store Insider Squad, and there's year-round perks. You can do that. Free shipping on orders of $99 or more. So go to the heatstore.com/register to join for free. 3 for the Maine Celtics. Oh, yep, that is a delay of game. Well, that's got to be an ejection because they waited until late, or I don't know, maybe they didn't get that one off in time. And you work for every angle you can, and that's an interesting one to have Coach Pressey say, hey, that's a delay of game.
Yeah.
With those balls, because that issue was addressed by the public address announcer that you are subject to ejection.
Yes.
From the arena for allowing those.
I believe the phrase was, if the ball ends up on the floor, you end up out the door. And I believe security is going into the stands now. So.
Oh, yes.
Trying to investigate and figure out the culprit. Doesn't look like they know.
Cam Carter at the line. And the free throw conversion. Skyforce up by 21. Ooh, the tap is good. Aaron Scott, he has not committed any fouls in this half, so he's continuing to play with the 4 that he has. Cam Carter, change of direction, and uses the glass.
You know, we're getting close to it. You know what they call him?
What do you call him?
A fourth quarter Carter, apparently.
Oh, yes. He was Mr. Fourth Quarter on Wednesday night.
Ooh.
Josh Christopher, he will lob it up for Smith. Again, they are just, why do you do that?
Yeah, why do they keep
Why
do they keep lobbing it up to him? I mean, this replay is just awesome.
You know, you got Dennis Smith. He's 6'2" out of North Carolina State. You're lobbing it up there like he's 6'9".
Yeah,
Come on.
They must confuse it with fudge or something.
Gray to 3 to match his jersey.
I can't get over that. He hit it with one hand and then hit it again and it went in.
I know.
That's a flight of the night. Gotta be.
Double tap. The likes of which we are never going to see again.
Probably not. We witnessed history.
Calling it now. Josh Christopher up to 16 points off the bench. Getting some extensive run coming off of injury. Rebound picked off by Scott. Celtics will play for, they'll call steps on that. Jalen Bridges, excessively eager. .22 margin as the Sioux Falls Skyforce. They had a 24-point lead not too long ago.
Bridges is still contesting. I don't think they're going to go his way.
Play continues. You know, if they want to do that, they can also provide some listening ears to basket interference calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well just have a conference in center court.
Josh Christopher, the step back. And the rebound to Mr. Morgan. And the final 14 seconds will elapse in this third quarter. And the screen. Hayden Gray assessing his options. He'll send it corner way. Bridges no. And Carter will end this third quarter with the Sioux Falls Skyforce in the lead, 108-86. We'll have a fourth quarter coming up next. See if the Skyforce can maintain or if the Maine Celtics can come back on the NBA G League Network.
There was a tech.
Superpower is his fortitude. That inspires me.
This guy has overcome a lot to get to this point.
You have to watch him to know how he affects the game, how hard he works, how he's done things the right way.
That man is nothing but effort.
The fact that he's still fighting, wants to be here, that right there is perseverance in itself.
Drew Smith, how do you do?
I think it's just a little bit of mental fortitude and a little bit of a belief in yourself.
Fascinating. My readings show that this planet's teeming with life.
Captain, it seems we've landed in a pet paradise.
You mean we've discovered a planet full of adorable puppies and kitties?
Yes, this planet is full of wagging tails and gentle purrs.
Remember your orders, Red. We're here to observe, not to interfere.
Lieutenant, I think it's time that we bend the rules. Starship, beam down some treats and some toys. From grooming to pet food, the best services and products in the galaxy are at Mini Critters.
Fourth quarter to come here at the Sanford Pentagon on this Friday night, Hometown Heroes night. Here's the breakdown. Look at the field goal percentage. Sioux Falls, a robust 66%. They've tailed off a little bit their three-point shooting. Good free throw number. They have struggled at times this season.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at that shooting percentage and compare it to a night ago, quite the stark contrast.
The assist number has kind of also slowed down just a little bit.
Yes.
15 turnovers. Now that's a big number for the Celtics.
Yep.
So we look at the out-of-town scores. The Lakers losing to the Capital City Go-Go. That certainly has some playoff positioning ramifications. The Cleveland Charge are playing well.
Yeah, they are lighting up the nets.
Yep.
Wow.
And of course the Magic they've been a very good team throughout this regular season. Clippers and hustle. So the Clippers looking like they want to take that first one at the Lancaster Center, or the Landers Center, Mississippi. And Mac McClung earning a two-way contract with the Chicago Bulls and the Windy City Bulls. So Mac McClung back in the NBA.
The Charge scores have been interesting to me personally because they scored 156 the other night, and it's not like the other team didn't score. They were like 136 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then on that graphic, they scored 140 when the Swarm scored 135. So, I mean, like they are scoring at a high level while still being scored on at a high level too. So, something to look out for in April.
Back and forth game. The Cleveland Charge showing that they can do it both ways. Dane Danger after the technical foul shot. That was Christopher at the outset. There was a technical foul on Jalen Bridges, who was unhappy at the end of the third quarter. So within the first 30 seconds of action, whistle as Steve Settle is called for the foul. Some of the other third quarter numbers of note. Skyforce have 70 points in the paint. Celtics with 42. Celtics with a 17-11 lead in the second chance points. And the Skyforce lead the fast break points 14-8.
72 in the paint is pretty wild.
A 3 for Mr. Scott. So Aaron Scott, he is in double figures with 11.
Yeah. I think it's worth mentioning.
Shoga, after the steal, takes it in. And again, there's that shot and
He's
that
so
different
unique.
angle. Yes.
So unique every time. You have no idea what he's going to do.
Skyforce with their 12th turnover of the night. Carter, Christopher, back iron, and Danger pulls down the rebound. Christopher with the touch pass to Bez Mbang, who gets his first points of the night.
One thing I think is worth mentioning, Dan, the Skyforce are at 112 points, and we still have 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, and they have 0 two-way players on their roster currently. So they're doing this all with homebred stuff.
Carter, double team, drops it off. Danger, pass deflected, but reeled in. Carter, Mbang rules the pass to Danger. Danger's fouled. Well, at that point, that's probably a good move to put Danger on the line to make him earn the 1 for 2.
Yes.
Danger leading the way with 21 points for the Skyforce. Look at the nice work by Bez Mbang.
That was a nice layup there.
Put that on the highlight reel.
Aerial wizard.
Dane Danger, former member of the Memphis Tigers. Ball leaks out of the rim. And Bridges feeds Gray. Will run the two-man game, and now they'll leave it open. Gray backs away. Skyforce cutting off the middle. Gray is blocked by Steve Settle. Christopher sizing up, tries to feed Danger. And they say it was out of bounds off of Sioux Falls. They said Maine initially, but they will give the ball to the Celtics. .940 remaining. Skyforce leading by 21. Trying to cut it down, but to no avail on that trip. Dane Danger gets to the rim, and he'll go to the line. Well, you got to look at the foul trouble again with only 7 players played for the Maine Celtics. Scott on the bench with 5.
Yeah, it's incredibly tough to play a basketball game with only 7 players, from fatigue to fouling to a numerous amount of hypotheticals, but they're doing it.
You know, it puts the coaching staff, they have to be creative with their substitution patterns.
I think that type of substitution was one of the reasons that the Knicks decided to depart from Thibodeau, because he didn't play much from the starting lineup.
That's been one of the things that Coach Tom Thibodeau has done throughout his career. He would ride his starters. Warren's from the baseline, getting it over the outstretched fingertips of Danger. And Christopher had it knocked free by Bridges. Bridges will be the recipient of an and one.
Skyforce are starting to get careless with these turnovers and then fouling on top of it.
Yeah, the number of turnovers starting to mount for the Skyforce.
Looks like they're trying to catch up to the Celtics turnovers at this
No,
rate.
they're not trying. It's just they're doing.
Yeah.
So Bridges at the free throw line. 19 points on Wednesday. Bridges with 23. After that make, he's 4 of 10 from deep, 7 of 14 all shots, 2 of 2 from the line for Jalen Bridges. Skyforce still with a sizable lead, 20-point margin. And then they send the double team. Danger dribbles his way out of it, and he feeds Cam Carter. Danger the distributor. Hayden Gray finds his way into the lane. Contact. Bez Mbang is unhappy. Mbang will pick up his 3rd. And again, these two teams have been double digits margin for in basically since the closing stages of the second quarter.
Yes. And it was a run that really came out of nowhere. Like
Cam
this.
Carter, score. Cam Carter off the bench, his 8th point of the night. 4 of 4, now 10 points.
Yes, sir.
4 of 4 from the floor.
You know what they say.
Fourth quarter, Cam.
Fourth quarter, Carter.
Fourth quarter, Carter. A 3 for Morgan. He finds the bottom. That's his first 3 of the night.
I was just going to say. I imagine it's very hard to come out and have a good game when you haven't necessarily been playing competitive basketball.
Yeah, he just got signed, basically pulled off the street.
Yeah.
On Thursday. Playing in Sioux Falls Friday. That's Hank Morgan.
Yep.
The launch from Hayden Gray.
That was deep. Hayden Gray officially has a double-double with 16 points and 10 assists.
16-point lead. Cam Carter sends us to break. 10-point night.
Once upon a time, there was a sad little dog that smelled funny.
No one will play with me.
Suddenly, the grooming fairy appeared.
You look a lot like the big friendly guy.
And the sad little dog was instantly transformed into a happy little dog that smelled better. And all the pet lovers who saw this ad on TV brought their dogs to Mini Critters for grooming, and everyone lived happily ever after.
We return to action momentarily. Sioux Falls Skyforce and Maine Celtics, as the Celtics close to within 16 points. The Maine Celtics, after this contest, they will head to Iowa to face the Iowa Wolves. That's tomorrow night. So they got a quick turnaround. They got to hop on the bus tonight, head to Des Moines, play at the Casey Center. Welcome to life in the G.
Yeah.
Then they'll be home for the Motor City Cruise for a pair of games next weekend. Actually, Thursday, Friday. No, that's Wednesday, Thursday. Then 4 trip on the road after the All-Star break. Then back home to face the Windy City Bulls to close out February.
They're on a bit of a Midwest tour, it looks like.
Just a little bit.
We'll get down on a bus and get down to Iowa before they know it. Not too far.
Maine Celtics trying to save it. Hank Morgan could not quite do it. And of course, you look at those standings, the Iowa Wolves, they're 4th in the Western Conference at 12-7. Skyforce, number 9 at 10-9. Santa Cruz at 9-8. So the final 2 teams in, 1 game over 500. Smith finds Keels. Keels fires and Bridges the rebound.
Trevor Keels has yet to hit a 3-point shot tonight, 0 for 6.
Gray sends it out. Bridges straight ahead 3. And Trevor Keels with the rebound. His first of the night. Dane Danger. Oh, he lost it. Got it back. Put it up. Put it in.
11 for 12.
That's feasting.
Yep, that's what happens when Amari Williams gets a contract.
80 points in the paint for the Skyforce.
Yeah, that is wild.
Todorovic, rebound to Christopher. Danger's looking for position. Christopher will take it himself. And back up by 20 as we reach the midpoint of this 4th quarter. Again, that no spin Jalen Bridges 3 works again. Cam Carter turns the corner, finds the rim. Cam Carter's got 12. 4th quarter Carter.
Yes, sir, he is that indeed.
Todorovic, open 3. He hit one earlier.
I'm looking at the body language of some of these Celtics, and they are looking very fatigued.
I can imagine.
Specifically, Hayden Gray.
Hayden Gray? Oh, yeah, he's been working hard.
Yeah, mouth wide open.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the minutes. Yeah, he's the minute man.
Yeah.
Bridges, 36 minutes. Warren's 33.
I mean, yeah,
Shulga, 34.
Starting lineup only has one guy underneath 30 minutes.
Yeah, Scott, and he's had foul trouble.
Yeah, otherwise he'd probably be above 30 as well.
Well, this will be the final contest for the Skyforce prior to the All-Star break here at the Sanford Pentagon. They've got 2 games at Oklahoma City, and then it's the All-Star break. And those will come in quick fashion. That's Sunday, Monday.
After that All-Star break is when the pedal really has to come down for that playoff push.
Shulga facing off with Smith. Now he'll be picked up by Fudge, and it's stolen away by Mbang. Bez is going to find Fudge. And Fudge has fun.
That's his career high right there.
19 points for Alex Fudge.
Career high.
A 3 for Hayden Gray. And you've got a foul as Bridges was raked as he went in for the O-board.
Well, we got some time here, Dan. I think it's worth mentioning multiple Skyforce rookies have posted career best scoring performance over the past week. Dane Danger recorded 35 points on February 1st. Steve Settle recorded 24 points on Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Madsen had 27 points on February 1st. And now Alex Fudge has recorded 19, with that being his career high. So the rooks are showing out for the Skyforce.
Into the front court, Sioux Falls, Bez Mbengu had a 16 rebound night the other night. That was a career high. Gabe Madsen, 3.
Gabe Madsen's up to 20 points. 7 shy of his career high.
And here's a steal for Alex Fudge. He says, I'm taking it. Oh, and it got raked away. The Celtics, they are still rolling. And Smith, well, again, deflections, active hands. That's a good thing that you want to see from a team that is down by 24 points.
Yes.
They are still competing and still wanting to make positive impact.
Yes.
And they will call offensive foul. Alex Fudge picks up his 3rd personal. Well, with these Maine Celtics winning by 1 in overtime on Wednesday night, the Skyforce will definitely win the point total.
Yes.
On the 2-game set, but
each
team won victory.
Yes. I would say that the way the Skyforce lost last game had a big effect on how they came out tonight with the pedal down, bad taste in their mouth. Really wanted to show that's not who they are. And
they established themselves early.
Yes.
And ever since the score was 8-8, the Sioux Falls Skyforce have led. Gabe Madsen for 3. And we close in on 3 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. The step back for Warrens. Collision on the rebound. And the Skyforce come away with the ball. Trevor Keels accelerates and then gives it off to Fudge, who has a 20-piece.
And you can see the joy on his face.
He is well pleased.
Yes.
2:34 remains, and the Sioux Falls Skyforce on their way to picking up win number 11 off 21 from Alex Fudge. 21 points tonight.
Welcome to Cafe Mini Critter, where we have some supreme choices for you today. May I interest you in a bowl of water or some little snacks to get started? Oh, wise choice, monsieur.
Find the perfect selection of food for your pet at Mini Critters, for people who love their pets.
The final stretch of this Sioux Falls Skyforce Maine Celtics battle. The Sioux Falls Skyforce. See the bench area and the Alex Fudge, and it looks like Josh Cohen is about ready to enter the contest. And Josh Cohen is on the court. He will be the 10th player to arrive in the Skyforce lineup. And the ball slips away from Hayden Gray.
So the Skyforce will have played their entire team, and the Celtics will have only played 7.
Yeah, and again, we do have, he is eligible to play, but it's a DNP coach's decision on the ledger for Hassan Ward. But I imagine that he is just there available as an emergency.
Yeah, could be a numerous amount of things.
Yeah, we cannot do that. There are no other speculation other than that. There was no injury report mentioning questionable or likely.
Yeah.
But Pedro Bradshaw is not available for the Maine Celtics. And Iwoma was called up. Williams called up. Christopher with the steal. Christopher will drive, and he will miss. Cohen with the rebound. Cohen had it knocked away, and Bridges will send it to Warrens for 3. Final minute 32 of this contest. As you see, Josh Cohen, member of the Southern California Trojans, 6'10 center, rookie. Also a first-round draft choice of the Sioux Falls Skyforce. Smith squares off against Warrens. Fudge, and Fudge is bumped. He'll have 2 free throws with 1:15 remaining, as Bridges will pick up his second personal. And we take the drive. Yep. Fudge right into Bridges. Bridges exasperated. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. And Smith to Christopher. Christopher. Oh, he took all of that.
Cash money.
And of course, that's Christopher's first 3-point make of the night. He had missed his first 6.
1 for 7, unfortunate, but there's still that one.
And he's got 21 on the night overall. Shulga for 3. Rebound, Christopher. Carter, and it ends up in Gray's hands with 45 seconds left. Skyforce with 134 on the board. Gray to the free throw line. He will have 2 tosses.
I have a feeling these Celtics will be going to sleep very quickly after this game with the amount of exhaustion they're currently enduring.
Well, it depends on how well the rhythm of the road will treat them on their way to Des Moines.
Did not take that into account, but you are very true on that statement.
Well, of course, there are sleep aids, and
true,
and of course they have to be certainly approved by, the enforcement arm of the NBA. We saw that with PG.
Yeah,
you take the wrong medication, and then you have to be careful about what you put into your body.
Yeah, completely different league, but the UFC has similar things happen to it where guys didn't even know, and stuff pops up. Got to be careful.
And Warrens knocks it away. And they will actually know it's a offensive foul on Josh Cohen.
Interesting.
So the Celtics will run this last offensive set. Hayden Gray, the drive. Hayden Gray, the score. And Hayden Gray will finish with 23 points. Jalen Bridges with 25. Shulga with 23 to lead the Celtics. But in moments, the third note on the scale will sound, which signifies that the game is over. A 134-112 win for the Sioux Falls Skyforce over the Maine Celtics.
There was many standout performances tonight, a lot of 20-point scores, but Dane Danger going 11 for 12, scoring 25 points, pretty astonishing. Trevor Keels was able to get himself a double-double, which you haven't seen too much this season, with 15 points and 10 assists. And then Hayden Gray carrying the boats for the Celtics. 23 points and 12 assists, getting his players right.
Yeah, and this particular contest, you know, after a hard-fought game on Wednesday, this one a little bit more relaxed with the margin between the two teams.
It's going to be a tough couple days for the Celtics with how everything has gone, but we'll see how they can bounce back.
Now we'll have Dane Danger join us for our post game, and we'll have a chat and break this contest down as Dane as we look at this contest. As far as you personally, you had a lot of different looks that they threw at you offensively.
Yeah.
How are you able to adjust to that and see how those things were developing in the half court?
Yeah, I just felt like I was just taking my time out there. I knew they were going small out there, so I knew the doubles were coming. I knew they would try to throw some stuff at me, so just taking my time and just taking what the defense gives me.
Defensively, how did you think that your team performed to be able to, you gave up, you had them shooting 60% through much of the first quarter, but then you were gradually able to wear them down. What were the key things that you did to get them to that point?
I felt like earlier in the first half, they had a few second chance points. So just cleaning up the glass and just getting out in transition was a big thing for us, and just keeping our energy high. I felt like when we kept our energy high, I felt like that's when we made our runs.
And when you tried to get everything put together in a win like this after a tough loss on Wednesday night, what was the mindset coming into this game?
Just to regroup. We felt like we had that one the first game, but that's the beauty of playing in this league. It's so many games, so you just got to have a next game mentality.
Congrats on the win, Dane. Thanks for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
You bet.
Yeah.
And Dane Danger having a great night tonight for the Sioux Falls Skyforce, and being able to have a Skyforce victory of 134-112. Next up for the Sioux Falls Skyforce, they'll play at Oklahoma City for a pair of games, and then they will have the All-Star break. Rio Grande Valley Vipers will be the next opponent here at the Sanford Pentagon, and I believe that game will be on the 19th. Well, thanks for joining us for this broadcast of the NBA G League on FanDuel Sports Network and NBAGLeague.com. For Carter Mix, I'm Dan Peters. So long from the Sanford Pentagon, and blessings until we meet again. They put 12 back on the clock. They're going to redo it all. And Trevor Keels will give it off to Dane Danger, who has not able to reel it in. He's got to put it up, and it's a thrap, and you can place your bid there. Trevor Keels drives in, kicks out. Gabe Madsen is all alone. And the
game, Dan, they are picking them up at half court, making them earn every single drive.
Gabe Madsen, a couple of... Shulga pulls up from 25. They're probably may not be as aggressive. There's a 3 attempt from the corner. Run the scoring column a little bit higher tonight. Dane Danger, Mary. And that's out of Bismarck. Trevor Hayden Gray drives in. A twisting series changes. So they have to use my monitor. And then Bridges. Boy, there's no spin on that former Milwaukee Buck. Back in the day. Todorovic.
Alley-oop early.
On the other end, Danger will.
Let's see if they go to Danger here.
Keel says, no, it's me. That's nearly lost it on his hip. And there's a score. So he has to watch it. Trevor Keels, who puts 9 for Danger, so a lot of